He's a young man who started his career in 1987 with the debut album that spawned the hits She's Fly and Lovey-Dovey. Well, he scored again in 1990 with the top 5 blockbuster With You. Well, he's here to talk about his latest project, his debut on a new record label. Well, it's not a new record label, it's new for him. It's Virgin Records, and it's called Heart of a Man. Please welcome to Video Soul, Tony Terry. PT.
What's up?
All right, man. What's happening?
How you doing?
Good, man. You looking good, too, brother.
Thank you. You
Good
too.
to see you, man. Thanks, man.
That seat, man.
Thanks. I like that one, man. I like that. Yeah. So you got a new album out. Is that
a new album out.
All your time has been devoted to that, I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, this album took about 2.5 years to make.
Good God.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you know, finding the right songs and, you know, really just trying to do it right. Just trying to do it right, you know, I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to take my time and make sure that we were doing the right thing and, you know, putting all the right elements together.
2.5 years.
Yeah. And then some of that
That's
time was
incredible.
transition, too.
From the new to the new record company.
Yeah.
Why did you leave the other company, or is that something that you want to get into?
Well, better opportunity, you know, growth. Time was just time.
Yeah. You know, I always thought obviously, you're very talented, but I always thought that you should have been a lot bigger than you were, and was that one of the thoughts behind?
I'm a lot bigger than I know.
I'm a lot bigger than I am.
No, actually, you know, it seems like I think the industry has really perceived the record sales as actually being more than they actually were, which is actually a good thing, but actually wish we did sell more records. I think we will, though. I think we will. I mean, this project is really strong. I'm really excited about it.
So you think this company could take you further than the last
To places where I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Star Trek. Places you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Now, when you say that, what do you mean? Do you think that they will take you into the realm of pop?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's it. Yeah.
So
without selling out, though.
Right.
You know?
Well, before the show, we were listening to some of the album on the overhead speakers in here.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt that you're not trying to go after the pop market.
Right.
I mean, it's very soulful.
Hopefully we'll get that by, you know, just doing the very best urban record
Yeah.
that I can do.
Well, I don't think you really have to anyway. I think that a lot of record companies and artists have misunderstood that in order to go pop, you have to be pop.
No.
You know, I mean, you
you
listen to
don't.
old Marvin Gaye, and I mean, there's so many things
Right,
that have
you're
been
right.
that have crossed over for so many years.
Yeah, right.
The Butt by EU.
The Butt.
Now, how does that's
Butt.
not a pop record?
No, you're not. You're right.
But it
you're
went,
right.
you know, went #1 pop. So, who did you work with on this album?
Oh, man, I worked with Morales and Rooney, Soul Convention, the writers of the first single, Jerry and Katreese Barnes. Well, they're wonderful writers and producers. Of course, Ted Currier, who did my first 2 albums. And me. You know, I got a chance to, you know, like really get into it in a way that I had not in the past.
Yeah. So how many cuts did you do?
Well, I co-wrote 2 songs with Morales and Rooney, but I was involved in the production on everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've learned a lot then over the years.
Yeah. I think this record is more of an expression of who I am as a person and as an artist and as a vocalist. You know, this is my statement. You know, how I feel versus being directed versus being guided through it. Saying this is from the producer standpoint, saying this is what I want you to do.
Right.
This is how I felt. You know, this is all Tony.
You know, one cut I heard, and I don't know the name of it. We had it again on the overhead speakers before the show, and so we were getting ready for the show, so it was just kind of passive listening. But I heard Donnie Hathaway all over this particular cut.
Oh yeah, that was a Donnie Hathaway cut.
Was it Giving Up?
No, it was More Than You'll Ever Know.
Oh, really?
I love you more than you'll ever know. It was I did that song because my mom was like head over heels about that song, and I would do it in my live show, and she would just tell me, you have to do it. You have to record that song, and I did.
Wow.
You know, hopefully we did it justice. I think it came out nicely.
Oh, it came out real nice. And I was telling the guys in here, I said, God, this is great. I have no idea what he's saying because, you know, the speakers were kind of way back and I couldn't really hear it. We were doing other things. I said, but I love where he's at right now.
Yeah,
I can feel where you were at.
He's the man.
Oh, yeah. You really like Donnie, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Who else is it that you admire?
Well, of nowadays artists, I have to say Luther. He's probably primo. He's probably my favorite. You know what I mean? Just silky, classy vocals. He's probably the one.
Boy, there's 2 great words for Luther, silky and classic.
Yeah.
Do you know Luther?
Yeah.
So when you listen to his stuff, when you listen to anyone's stuff, does it influence you at all?
Oh yeah, you kidding? If you listen to my record, you'll hear things from records past, from artists past. You know, like I'll take my favorite licks from a particular artist or whatever and incorporate it into my thing and use it. And I think that's like the highest form of flattery, you know, to do that, you know.
But it's so cool that you talk about that, though.
Yeah,
I mean, because there are a lot of artists that go, no, you know.
No, I do.
I
mean, you can't help but be influenced. I mean, you know, growing up listening to various, I think that I am a culmination of everybody that I grew up listening to, which you know, range from Luciano Pavarotti to Muddy Waters and Stevie Wonder and Michael, you know, Michael Jackson.
Now that's a broad range.
That's a broad range. That's, I'm saying, you know, I mean, and all those things, all those different genres of music have influenced me and, you know, have made me who I am as a vocalist. Yeah.
Well, you're going to perform for us in the second hour, right?
Yes.
I can't look forward to that.
Baby's gonna cry when there's a need, but a man won't cry even when his heart starts to bleed. He'll travel along an empty road till he finds out, oh, he can't do it alone. 'Cause when a man cries, he's giving you his soul, he's giving you his love and his emotions. And when the tears fall and he's reaching out his hands, there's nothing more tender than the warm and loving tears of a man, of a man. Oh yes. Those silly games we've learned, such foolish pride. We don't have to be strong all the time. So let it be known and let the truth be told. It takes a big man to let the pain show. Yes, it does. Let it go. Oh, he's giving you a soul. He's giving you his love and his emotions. And when the tears fall and he's reaching out his hands, there's nothing more tender than the warm and loving tears of a man. He's giving you a soul, he's giving you his love and his emotion. And when the tears fall and he's reaching out his hands, there's nothing more tender than the warm and loving tears of a man, of a man, of a man. Hey, 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 oh, just surrender my face until some joy sometimes. There's nothing more tender than the warm and loving tears of a man.